hive cluster is under attack.
Live for the swarm.
Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be a ZVP Killer versus Bisu here on Apocalypse. It is a desert map. Top side, it's going to be Killer, our yellow Zerg player, looking very smart today. And in the bottom right, it's going to be Bisu. Bisu always looks smart because he is the legend Bisu. I know that's circular logic, but hey, it applies to Bisu and Daedong and Flash and Boxer and all the other legends and bonjois that we have in Brood War history, man. Yo. If you had told me I would be casting StarCraft Brood War in 2024 back in 1998 when I first played it, I would have not have believed you, right? Right. So thanks everybody for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Man, 60,000 plus subscribers, thousands of people watching my casts every single day. Well, 6 times a week. Friday is off. Very, very, very humbling. Anyway, looks like Killer is going for a hatch first. Yep, hatch first at 11 supply. This drone is tasked with morphing himself into a hatchery, the highest honor a drone can have bestowed upon him. There we go. 300 minerals? Okay. So it's a forge opening. He has no idea what the Zerg is doing, so he's going to play it safe. He would have gone Nexus first, I feel like, if he had scouted down here and seen a hatch first, but nope. Now he sees the hatch first. And what are we going to do here? What are we going to do here? Oh, we're going to cannon rush. Okay, or maybe fake cannon rush. The Overlord knows that there's a forge. Oh my gosh, we're blocking off. We're blocking off with pylons. And there's just enough room here for a cannon. Okay, so we're drilling. Yeah, can we get through? Can we get? We can! Oh, drone drill through the minerals. Okay, canceling the pylon to necessitate your escape. Yo! Good job, Killer. Wow, that was such a Gosu move. The Overlord says, aha, you're expanding. Alright, so we're safe. We're safe from cannon rush now. Pool done, and we're starting our extractor right now. So speedlings are not in the future here from Bisu. At least not for a little while. Worker Wars. Redux. Yo! Yep, you would have lost, so you turn yourself into an extractor. That is a shameful thing to do, but hey, it keeps you alive. No, help. Help this drone. What the heck? Why are we... Okay. Fair enough. The drone did not need help. Very, very good. Can we get there? Can we get there in time? Run, 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 run. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No one cannon shot. Does catch one of these lings, but 3 lings inside Bisu's house for Killer here. Not a good time. Not a good time at all if you're a Protoss to have 3 lings inside your house. Horrifically, horrifically terrible stuff. I mean, it's not usually enough for you to lose the game, but look at this lost mining time. Look at these lings still being alive, 2 of them at full HP, while the 3rd base is coming up behind this. This is just so satisfying. Just so casual for Killer. He has full scouting on everything that's going on here inside the Protoss base. He just killed a probe. Finally, Bob the Zealot shows up. Robert the Zealot shows up to be like, hey, I am the law around here. You can't just run around killing my probes. Get on out. And, well, thinking about it anyway. Anyway, what does Killer's resume tell us about him? He did win a BSL back in 2013, defeating Haya. He won, the previous BSL for winning Larva. to win that one. So he's got 2 Premier Tournament wins in his history. Pretty good stuff, man. Took first place in a major tournament. Oh, that's a team league, though. I don't really count team leagues. But that's okay, man. Not too shabby. Not a shabby history here from Killer at all. He's okay. These 3 lings are still alive? I thought they'd be dead by now. Oh my gosh, they got another probe. And 2 of them make it out of this mineral line? Are you kidding me? Seize the Stargate. What's the answer going to be here against that Stargate? That's got to be a Hydroden. It is. Okay, Hydroden here. Look, the fun thing about getting lings inside the Protoss base is that they're not going to do anything out of the ordinary when you're here scouting them, right? It's not going to throw up the Templar Archives and try to DT rush you. Yeah, at this point, it doesn't really matter. We know what this is. This is going to be Corsairs. There's Ling. Oh, they get the probe. This is not a bad opening from Killer at all. He was able to drone drill, shut down the cannon rush attempt. Then he's able to get 3 lings inside the Protoss base. Then he was able to snipe a probe out here and kill like 2 or 3 more probes here inside the main. It's still 32 to 28 workers in favor of Bisu, but the ability of the Zerg to get up more drones is faster than the Protoss can. Obviously, we know that. So, Hydra's out. Macro hatches coming in. Falcon, always a big proponent of the macro hatch. Here's one. It's just so beautiful. 2 macro hatches. Hanging out on the creep, being friends. That's what it's all about in StarCraft, is the friendship. Pneumatized Carapace on the way from Killer. That's pretty fast, Pneumatized Carapace. I don't know if he's planning on scouting or maybe going for some drops. You know how Falcon feels about drops. Too big, huge, mega fan. Big, mega fan of it. And yeah, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. I'm trying to get up to 100,000 subs in 2024. That is my rallying cry right now. Is it possible? I don't know. I don't know if it's possible, but you know, set goals for yourself. That's what they always say. Even if you don't think they're necessarily reachable, set them anyway, and you'll be surprised how far you get, I suppose. Is how that's supposed to work. But Lurker Aspect, neat. Templar Archives coming in. This could be for DTs, probably for Storm. With all the Hydras that are out, right? If you don't have Storm, Mass Hydra will overwhelm and murder you, especially with Lurker support. With the Storm, everything changes. We know. We know how the everything changes, right? Right. Robotics facility coming in. Probably just for obs. To deal with the lurks. Because, you know, we know that's on the way. Based on the fact there's not a Spire. It could just be Mass Hydra. But in that case, then you just make some Reavers. And that's cool. Maybe you don't need the obs. But, I mean, having obs, even if your opponent doesn't have any lurkers, is always pretty good. The invisible unit that detects and can fly is, yeah, like S tier level stuff there. It is a couple DTs. Ooh, and a shuttle coming in. Oh, I didn't even say shuttle with that robo. But that's what it is. Bisu has surprised us. He's going to maybe try to drop some DTs here in this base. That'd be pretty rad, actually. I don't know if you can get stuff done here at the second base or really at the third base, but a drop in the main. But the Overlords do have speed, so their reaction time and ability to get out there is pretty good. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to see. But what's the play? What is the play? Zealots getting all up into this third base. They're like, SimCity's good. Hydra's all packed into this little area here. Area of safety. Same thing up this way. And there are lurker eggs coming in too. Lurkers popping as we speak. Yeah, so the Zealot pressure on this third base and the natural base, not really going to happen. I'm surprised he's going this far, to be honest with you. It's like, well, maybe we can... Nope. Maybe we can kill this lurker before it burrows. No. But we did soften it up. So, I mean, that makes it easier to deal with. Yep, Storm's on the way. Observatory coming in. Doesn't take that long to build an observatory. Observers are pretty quick. Production times 2. Corsairs flying around. Oh, he did it. He did the thing. Oh my gosh. He got the DTs all up in here. And it doesn't tell you that your units are under attack because your drones are getting one shot. Oh no. 35 workers remain. That DD has 8 kills. Where's the other one? Where'd the other one go? Hiding. 9. Okay. 7. Killer. No! All right. Okay. Well, Well, that sure happened. So Killer is dead. I don't know if you can come back from that. Definitely not against Bisu, but even against someone who's lesser than Bisu, like, I don't know, Rain or something. Definitely not against Rain. I don't know, not against Stork. Stork's really good. So this is, wow. I mean, 10 minutes into the game. Killer's got to spend a ton of larva and money rebuilding drones, so can't really tech up, can't make army. And as a result, bad things happen. It's not an immediate loss, but it is kind of, in a way, isn't it? Look at these drones having to evac as these zealots running around willy-nilly. Oh. You know, it makes me feel better when I watch somebody like Killer completely whiff on detecting DTs in your mineral line, because I can tell you I've been there. I've been trying to macro around and scout and do all this pressure stuff, and then I'm like, why don't I have any money? And I go back to my base and there's no drones in my main, and I'm like, oh, what's not ideal? And then I die. So, man, this is an RJB replay, so I don't know, maybe Killer pulls off some incredibly implausible win here, but I don't feel it. I don't feel it. Fourth base done for Killer as the third base is getting warped in right side from Bisu, but I just don't know. I just don't know if this is going to work. And the saving grace for Killer right now is that it was a two-basing Bisu that did that, right? So he kind of delayed his third base for minutes to get those DTs out fast and that shuttle out fast. And as a result, well, I don't know. If Killer can saturate this fourth base, get up to 60 workers, maybe he can actually do this. But yeah, Bisu on a rampage. This high ground lurker spread is really good from Killer. He's a great Zerg player. Look at this. And I don't know. Does Bisu want to come up here? He'll kill an Overlord, mind you. Look at that Overlord being, or Observer being pulled back. He knows. He knows. It's just a slow push up here for Bisu. Storms are good. He's got 1/1 upgrades on his ground units. Hydras are at 1 attack, no armor. All right. He's holding off this immediate attempt to kill Killer from Bisu. The Zerg is, and you know what? Okay. 46 drones to 49 probes. This third base is just barely coming up from Bisu. This fourth base is rolling. A lot of lurkers have died, but the attack has been stalled and is in full retreat, and that's good enough, honestly. That High Templar just got targeted specifically and sniped. Good micro there from Killer. All right, so Killer, maybe there is comeback potential here from Killer. I'm looking at it. Megan Hydra, ooh, okay. You know Falcon's big thing about going Hydra Lurker's really good, right up until it's not. Oh, this Zealot attack into the fourth base. No lurkers to help. Bajillion Hydras, though. Bajillion Hydras to assist. Run, drones! Good. That was great micro. Getting them out of there. And, yeah. Okay, so no drones go down, and this little... The thing is... one drone did just die. No more. Okay, he stopped moving for some reason. Don't know what his problem was. 2 Sunkens up to make sure that's harder to do. Corsairs. Have they really gotten a lot done today? I really haven't paid much attention to them. They have 0 kills each, so yeah, fair enough. It's a Queen's Nest. Killer. Okay, maybe this is going to work out for Killer. He gets that Plague. He gets that Dark Swarm, right? Will he have the economy, though? Because this fourth base is warping in from Bisu, and there's not much that Killer is doing to try and stop it. Yeah, those are +2 Hydras. Pretty good, but man, these +2 Zealots... Yeah, Hydras, I gotta run. Just really too many Zealots there for that to be a happy position for them to be in. I mean, they'll turn and target fire individual Zealots here. But once the whole group gets up and starts hammering away, it's a bad time. By that, I mean, he's not target firing at all. And in fact, having... That Hydra should not be dead. Or should be dead. 4 kills on that Zealot. And these are Zealots that are getting Hydra kills. These are not Zealots that are getting Ling kills. That is some pretty cost-efficient Zealot, man. going for another thingamajig up here? Kind of. Lings out. Again, Lings don't have the upgrades because we've been so focused on Hydra Lurker in the first 15 minutes of the game that getting Adrenal for them, I don't know, they're working on melee attack. This might work out for Killer. But right now, 4 base to 4 base is just not looking promising for our yellow Zerg player right now. We've got, oh my gosh, okay, all right. So this is the, oh, that's what he needed. That was the turnaround. Dude, you knew there were lurkers down here. 9 kills and 6 kills. Dude, those 2 lurkers are the 2 DTs from earlier in the game, just for the Zerg side. Holy smokes, that's exactly what Killer needed. He's up 54 to 40 workers now. Every probe sent down to this 4th base got murdered by these lurks. And a 5th base is done from Killer. All right, this is getting exciting all of a sudden. Hang on a second, Adrenal getting started. Any sign of a Defiler Mound? Every Zerg player is like, please make a Defiler Mound. Please make a Defiler Mound. But I don't know, some of you guys are probably Bisu fans and also main Zergs, right? Like, it's hard for you to root against Bisu, but at the same time, you like seeing Zergs get wins. Okay, so the Lurkers avenged, like those DTs, were murdered for their massacre of the drones earlier in the game. Defiler Mound. All right. Yeah, you don't have to engage here. Just kind of keep Bisu at bay while you maybe saturate this base up. Get up to 65 drones. On the other side of it, shield upgrades from Bisu. Getting more and more High Templar. The Archons are here too in case a bajillion Lings show up. Because the bajillion Adrenalings would actually beat this if not for the High Templar and the Archons. Actually, yeah, sometimes you need Archons though. This high ground is just really well defended by Killer today. This is some excellent Zerg defense against Storm and Dragoons with range and Archons and Zealots with good upgrades. And, you know, you're not going to hold off the Protoss forever, but maybe you can. Maybe this high ground position is exactly what you need to win this game. He's taking good advantage of it. Bisu's really tried to crack this a couple times and not had a wonderful experience either time. He's got to pull back, but it is 155 to 105 supply. Bisu's up big time in army value. But the Zerg player, 55 drones, firing up more workers, 57 consumes on the way. The robotic support bay coming in. Protoss players, been hoping for that, right? Where are the Reavers, you always say in late game ZVP? And Bisu says, I hear you, Protoss friends. I hear you, and I will give you what you want. That's not how Bisu sounds. I don't know why he has a weird, vague, untraceable accent, but maybe he does. No, he doesn't. More DTs coming in. I'm not sure if that's for Dark Archons or not, but there's a couple DTs added in. Ground weapons further coming in. That's got to be a +3, and it is +3. So it's going to be +2, +2, +1. And then a +3, +2, +1. This base is in a spot of trouble, though. Yeah, when you don't have the high ground to defend as much anymore. Sunkens are needed in this situation, right? Ooh, and the first Dark Swarm of the day. Bzz. You can hear the buzz. Not anymore, but you can hear the buzz when it comes up because those are bugs. All right, Consume is done. We're going to start seeing some, and Plague's getting started too. Dark Swarms getting added into the mix. These Lings have Adrenal and 1/1 upgrades, marginally more terrifying than 0/0 Lings with the Adrenal upgrade. My gosh, 1 Dark Swarm for these Lings, man. 1 Dark Swarm. That's all you need, but they're just scouting around. They're just trying to see what's up. Man, Killer's at that 62 drone mark. It's not 65, but it's also not bad. These Adrenalings, man, better upgrades on the Zealots, but Adrenal is a sick Killer, incredible, stupid, great upgrade. Good micro from Bisu, though, being like, I don't want to lose too many Zealots here if I don't need to. Dark Swarm up, and Archon trying to get out of there. Does get out of there by the skin of his teeth. No, he explodes, which is the Archon animation for death as an explosion. Killer's like, where's Plague? Where's Plague? Where's Plague? There's like 1 Archon here. This is a beautiful Plague target. It's like, where is it? Where is my Plague? Fine, I'll Dark Swarm again. Dark Swarm again. Maybe consume a Hydra. Yep, he's going to consume a Hydra. Desperate times. And look at that. Plague, like 4 seconds after Plague finishes. Plague, ooh. What a fantastic plague that is. Killer, man, 65 drones. It's the number. It's the dreaded 65 drone number that every Protoss and Terran is scared to see from their Zerg opponent. Not that they know, unless they watch the replay, right? They can't know how many workers. DT Redux is not going as well as Detux round 1. Like, not nearly as well. Some Hydras died, sure, but these drones need to go to work. These drones, killer. Okay. All right. I believe in Killer. He's gotten some sick plagues off. He got some Dark Swarm. He got all sorts of good stuff going on. Where's the Defiler support? Oh, these Hydras got squished. They got squished between a rock and a hard place. Lurkers. How many Lurkers do you need to bust down these cannons? With a little bit of Hydroling support. Oh, man, look at these Adrenalings. Whee! Is that a Storm Drop? I want to say that was probably a fake out Storm Drop. Something. These drones ran away. There might have been a High Templar that unloaded here. Maybe the sunken... I don't know. That's weird. I think that was a fake out. And this attack onto the 5th base of Bisu gets dealt with. Okay. Are there Reavers? Robotic support, but here it is. There is a Reaver. He has no scarabs to his name, so he's a giant paperweight. What is this guy? Oh, he's back. This time, the storm is real. Wow, that was really good. 53 drones remaining here. Dark Swarm and Assault up this right side base. Lurkers trying to hold the backside here. Defiler getting eaten alive as well. Hydra, there's like only one Hydra in that Dark Swarm. This Defiler needs to do something. 53 to 49 workers. You know what? I'm going to give Killer a lot of credit just for making it to the 23 or 21 minute mark of a ZVP in a game where he lost 16 drones to DTs in the first bit. That is not okay. This base is going to die. This base is going to die. There's no splash damage here at all. Bisu says, fine. If it dies, it dies. I'm going to try to push up this way. Ooh, intercept some Ling Defiler shenanigans. A Dark Swarm. But Archon's inside Dark Swarm. The splash damage still functions. That's a great storm. That is some lazy Lurker placement by Killer, though. That is not good. Lazy Lurker placement. Another Plague. That is such a good Plague. Protoss units are bunching themselves up, too, making themselves better targets for Plague. Not ideal. 59 workers from Killer. He's not up to that 65 count, but Bisu's on 4 bases, and it's a 5-basing Killer here. Storm's getting tossed down willy-nilly. DT's inside the Dark Swarm, gonna have a pretty good time. Generally, unless there are some Lurkers about. 143 to 121 supply. It's a much bigger army right now, but look at these Hydras from the backside. Trying to get a bit of a surround here on Bisu. Dude, High Templar getting sniped out. This is crazy. I cannot believe Killer is even in a remote position to be able to win this game right now. I can't. There's a shuttle heading across the map to ruin all of his dreams, though. The power in that shuttle is great and immense. 58 drones. How many will there be in 20 seconds? Look at these Adrenalings, man. Look at him. 2-2. Adrenal. Nom, 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 nom. Storm. The evac of drones was okay, but not great. 119 to 112 supply. Oh, a second storm, though. Yo! Secondary storm drop, and there's not a tertiary one. There's nothing left in the shuttle, but 42 drones remain. It was 58, like I said about 20 or 30 seconds ago, and now the economy is poop. Okay, 42 drones is not nothing. I'm not going to insult that, but here comes the drop inside the main. One Zealot comes in here to handle this. Oh, who's going to handle that Hydra? Nope, didn't do it. More DTs in production. Overlord's gonna go down. It's 125 to 97 supply. The Storms. Oh man, what a game. What a bad day to be a worker. Probe massacres. Multiple drone massacres today. This is easy. This is an easy kill, although there's a High Templar here, and I think we're bringing some more in. Yeah, definitely bringing some more High Templar in for this very purpose. Aha! You thought you could Dark Swarm Hydra Ling us to death. Okay, maybe you still can. Possibly. Dude, the trades right now. The trades are pretty good for these High Templar, man. Zealot all in the mix. A plague on the buildings. Hey, every time I cast a PvZ, people are like, why don't they cast plague on the buildings? Well, Killer did it, everyone, but guess what's coming into his main? I don't know. Let's find out together. Zealot, 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 DT, 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 DT. Spawning, oh gosh, the spawning pool snipage is really good. Come on, oh, they get it. They get the spawning pool snipe. This base survives the onslaught thanks to reinforcing units. It's 163 to 83 supply. Bisu has turned the tide in this game with incredible dropping abilities. Welcome. Oh, and the Defiler Mound dies too. Oh, no. Well, no more Lings, no more Defilers. Mass Hydra, huh? Oh. Oh, man. All right, 162 to 75 supply. Ladies and gentlemen, this Nidus defends your 5th base on some level. There are still units over here. Oh, the Reaver, though. The Reaver and GG. Killer taps out and Bisu is your winner. Stop padding your stats, Bisu. Knock it off in 26 minutes. Somebody told me that that's not actually angry eyes. What look like kind of eyes with angry eyebrows. That's how I generally try to figure it out. But what it is actually, on the Korean keyboard, that's GG. And you need to switch to English to do GG. So if you forget to switch to English, then it's angry eyebrows. Angry eyes. So hey, man, this is a pretty good thumbnail. It's a pretty good thumbnail. Got an exploding hatchery over here. I mean, it's not dead, but it's bloody. Got an Archon, got a Reaver, got Dark Swarm, got drones dying. If you saw this thumbnail, would you just be like, yeah, Bisu won? Probably. I don't care. I'm going to use it. You can't stop me. Print screen. All right, neat. So, wow, that was actually a pretty good game. That wasn't in the DEF CON 1 folder, but I think RJB sent me a bunch of replays that aren't officially DEF CON 1, but still really good. And definitely good enough to be included as something I put on the channel. And that's exactly it. Dude, there's another High Templar Storm over here, too. That's insane. Bisu, you're a monster. You just are. Like, insanely good stuff. Actually, maybe a little bit more of, like, there's a Nidus here. More going on, I think, if we do something like this. Cool. So cool. But yeah, man, I mean, this game, Killer was doing pretty well until the DT attack murdered like 20 of his workers, but he came back. He came back from it. Also, thanks to the power of 2 lurkers murdering every one of the probes that were trying to saturate this base. This has been a bad place to work since the beginning. And then it go to an even game, and then Bisu's like, no, I'm just going to storm drop you 2 or 3 different times. Wipe out your worker count. Get DTs back into your main. Zealots in here too. Just completely murder that worker count you had. For a minute there, it was great. For a minute there, it was a super impressive display of how to keep your opponent... a display from Killer of how to have a nice drone count, like 63. And then Bisu just to ruin it. That's what Bisu does, man. Monster. And he used them. Where's my sound and why is it off? There we go. Yeah, he used the Reavers. 214,000 points, 241,000 points, outproducing the Protoss player Killer today 3-1. 3-2-1 ratio. Not too bad, but a 5-2. Almost a 5-1 kill ratio there from Bisu. A lot of that was workers. 18-4 buildings raised by Killer. And then this number is just not big enough. 4,000 resources or so in 26 minutes. Not going to cut it. Not going to cut it. And a lot, just that was your workers were dying at the end. The end. All right. That was neat. So that right there is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. All at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.